Moving on now, tensions between the U.S. and China remain incredibly high following the U.S. shooting down that spy balloon earlier this year. Now the CCP has sent a new ambassador to the United States. Joining us now for more on who this is and what this means, retired U.S. Air Force Brigadier General, Newsmax contributor Blaine Holt, and author of The Coming Collapse of China and the Great U.S.-China Tech War, Gordon Chang, back with us. Great to have you both on. Gordon, what can you tell us about this new ambassador?
Well, this new ambassador is going to be like the old ambassador. There's a real problem here. Xifang arrived in the United States, not in Washington, D.C. to present his credentials, but he arrived in New York City to lobby the American people. That is a breach of diplomatic protocol. It's a violation of our sovereignty. And President Biden should expel this guy immediately and just tell the Chinese, look, we're not going to put up with this. And I think that actually would improve relations, because China would then understand it can no longer engage in these transgressions against us without cause.
Yeah, China, they just don't seem to care at all. General, take a listen to what this new ambassador had to say when he touched down in New York.
I've come here to enhance China-U.S. exchanges and cooperation, and this is my important mission. At present, Sino-U.S. relations is facing serious difficulties and challenges. The appointment, my appointment, means to me more than honor.
General, it's pretty fascinating. Normally something like this would get very little attention, but it shows where we are in our relationship with China right now. What do you make of it?
Yeah, so which administration would they want? If they have the Biden administration, they have never had a more pro-China, look the other way type bunch of politicians in D.C. And he sees that there's a big challenge. Well, let's look at something even more stunning than the fact that he blew off diplomatic protocols and came into our nation this way, which you couldn't do in the other direction, by the way. They're attacking us right now as we speak. There's this Vault Typhoon CCP PLA-led group that started attacks that Microsoft warned us about last night. And across the nation and on our grid, there is a cyber attack underway as we speak from the Chinese government at the time when they send their envoy here. Well, how disrespectful is this when you see this type of stuff happen? And this just gets to where we were with the red balloon.
Okay.
White balloon.
Good point. Yes, white balloon from Red China, right?
Yeah.
So, Gordon, the Wall Street Journal was talking about this meeting that's now set up. So the U.S. and China see fragile opportunity to repair ties. A first test is a meeting between Gina Raimondo and her Chinese counterpart. Now, this stuff wasn't happening not that long ago. What do you make of this meeting, and what do you expect to come out of it, if anything?
Well, China wants to delay and hopefully, from their perspective, permanently get rid of these proposed rules that President Biden has talked about. That is to prevent U.S. investment into the Chinese tech sector, especially AI. These would be game changers, because there's a lot of money that is scheduled to go into China right now from Silicon Valley. Beijing wants to prevent the imposition of this executive order. And so they are trying to make nice, which is the reason why you have the Chinese ambassador lobbying the American people.
Right.
And so we should just make sure that we impose these rules, and that will give China something to talk about. Right now, they have nothing really to talk about, as General Holt says. They couldn't expect a more friendly group of people in Washington, D.C. right now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to keep an eye on this, Gordon. General, I just wanted to get your take on this. President Biden scheduled to announce his nomination of Air Force General Charles Brown Jr. to serve as the next chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, a position currently held by General Mark Milley. He's been criticized a whole heck of a lot over the last few years. What do we know about General Brown?
General C.Q. Brown, I've known him since he was a major. He's a very accomplished officer. He's a great leader. He's led at every single command. He's got great combat experience. I'm not sure I'm crazy about how the Air Force is going with the rest of the services on this woke stuff, but I really, really hope that he's going to step into this role, lead the nation militarily. We need the leadership, and I hope his combat leadership and his instincts will come to the forefront. He is a fine officer. And,
okay, So we're tight on time. So you think so? He is actually he's qualified. He's a fine officer. Second, he would be the second black man behind Colin Powell, of course, famously, who was the chairman of the Joint Chiefs under President Bush. He's qualified. You like this selection?
Yeah, I think it's a very appropriate selection, especially given his air power and space power background. This is exactly what our nation needs in terms of leadership militarily right now. Very appropriate choice. Couldn't be happier for him.
Gordon, just quickly, 15 seconds. As it relates to China, is he going to be a little tougher than Mark Milley?
I think he has to be, because China's been tougher. So really, we're reacting to what Beijing is doing. It's not us, it's them.
Yeah. All right. General Holt, Gordon Chang, we appreciate your time this morning. Good to see you. Thanks for breaking that down.
Great to see you.
Thanks, guys.
All right.